our only Olympic gold medalist that has won it with a freaking broken neck. Hey, it's Wrestling Hero Fakes. We're going to be taking a look at every single Kurt Basic, Elite, Battle Pack, you name it. We got it going on right here, man. The guy has been all over the place, right? Been over there on Raw. He's been carrying some matches on with over on SmackDown with the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe. What's this guy doing, man? Dude, it's 2 weeks left, dude. The departure. It is coming to a close, or is it 1 week? It's less than 2 weeks now, you guys. It's crazy to think that this career, throughout all these years that Kurt Angle has stepped through those ropes, it's sad to see that it's finally, coming to a close. I don't want to see it, man. And I don't think it's gonna. Quite on. You want my opinion? Yeah, it's not gonna happen. They're just kind of building it up, so you got something to look forward to for WrestleMania. But Kurt Angle, dude, yeah. You bring in enough money on that table, especially when it comes to the whole, well, we're not talking about that, but what I'm saying right here, I want to cover the elites and some of the basics and the battle packs, as well as customs. We got some back there. You might have seen one of them early on in the week. I know we just did a recent review on that custom Kurt Angle that we did. Well, you'll see. This one right here, this is from Elite Series 66. The only Kurt Angle with the in-ring attire, with a current look right here. This was based off, was it Survivor Series? Yes, it was Survivor Series. He teamed up with Team Raw, and he was with one of the last competitors. And the cool thing about this figure, I don't have it on there now, but if you do recall, this one did come with those interchangeable hands where it had the two pointer fingers, so you could do the "You suck, you suck," right? I got him right on there. We had a recent Figgy match with this man, so he's got his in-ring look. Yeah, we'll put it back on there at some point, but really great looking figure. And the one thing that you will notice about a lot of these Kurt Angles is that red, white, and blue, it carries throughout just about every single tire, except the one that we made. Like before Mattel had released the actual figure right here, we needed something in the collection. And this is kind of like a Ruthless Aggression era right here. This is the only scan that really worked. I feel like anything, apart from the Toy Biz, the Jacks, they were huge, man. I mean, the scan proportions were a lot bigger, once you actually put it on a Mattel body. It has been sitting in the bins, so if you're wondering what's going on with this forearm, that's what you got going on right there. And I think it was like a Santino Marella, but when Mattel had released it, well, Santino Marella torso, but when Mattel had released it, they'd kind of given us something what you're seeing with the very first actual Elite that I had made, which was kind of like a Ryback style of torso, which is kind of, they brought it in Series 94 with the most recent wave right here. I did a fix-up on mine. I used the scan that we saw with this one onto this one, because this is the original head scan, the old Jax one that I had on it, and it's the same attire, minus some minor details like for the boots right there. But one thing I want to show you guys, one thing that I completely overlooked when we did the review on Series 95 Kurt Angle was the look. So the scan right here, we have seen this in the past, and it was with the very first entrance greats Kurt Angle right here. He didn't come with the titles, but I really wanted to display with the IC and European champion. The one thing that I forgot to point out is that it's the same scan right here that we saw right here with the entrance greats, except the hair, look at this, it's not green. You see how the first one, when they had put this on in the line, it kind of had like a green tint to it. This one, I feel like they got it right. I know Mattel Elite Figure for Life, he had done like a poll as to which people had, the skin they had preferred, and this one was the choice right here. And I think it's not just because of the true FX, but the actual accuracy right there of Kurt Angle's actual hair color right there. Now, I don't know, man. This is like, if you want to find out as to which one I prefer out of them all, I feel like the one, it's a toss-up. Like, I think one thing I might do, because that head scan, I need that one onto this one. Which one is my favorite, apart from like the current look right here? It's got to be Elite Series 59. I think Elite Series 59 right here, when he was with Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin when he had that Team Angle, this Elite was lit, man. I mean, the little jacket that we got with it, I don't know, you call it a jacket. It's kind of like, it's more like we'll call it a jacket, sure. This one I liked so much, I definitely needed two of. One for the Ruthless Aggression era and one for the actual Kurt Angle display. Now, the difference between these two right here, let's put this one aside. So, as we know, this is the one that's actually the runner-up as to one of the favorite Kurt Angles right there. But, so what I did, I ended up grabbing the SummerSlam. The SummerSlam basic right here. This one, I think he had taken on Rey Mysterio. I grabbed the head scan from that one, and I put it onto one of my Elite Series 59 just to kind of give it like that shading, because that one didn't come with, did it? No, it didn't. Well, it did have the True FX, but not quite like the same 5 o'clock shadow that we saw with this one right here. This is the one that I call right here. This is kind of like the Jam Jam, right? The pajamas Kurt Angle right here when he took on Ray Ray. So really cool Elite. Now, we have seen him in the epic moments as well. Kurt Angle, he's been put out. It was Stephanie McMahon, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Kurt Angle right here. This is the one with kind of like, it's like a promo. He came out, he had the Milk-O-Mania truck that you're seeing back there, and he just hosed down Stone Cold and the rest of, the whole group right there, which was, I think it was a combination of ECW and WCW, the Alliance. There you go. The scan right here that you're seeing, I actually have one of them from the Entrance Greats. The one that I had put onto it is right here. So it's the same one that we saw over here with the original scan. So there's a couple of doubles, and doubles for Angle, man. Like, I love, dude. Like, that guy was awesome. He's kind of one of my childhood memories that just comes to mind as to one of the guys that really stood out from the overall roster. So having him, in multiple looks. So this is the original scan right here. This is the head scan that we had gotten right there with the Milk-O-Mania. And I feel like this is accurate. Like, one of two things. You can either have him displayed with the actual figure that it came with, right? Because if he's hosing down Triple H, or not Triple H, if he's hosing down Stone Cold and the rest of the Alliance, this is kind of look that you want to have, right? You want to be like, oh, you want to make sure that everybody's drenched. Or, right, the way that I did it is like, if you're about to give someone like just a savage ankle lock and you're about to make them tap, right there, dude, you just want to be like, come on. What are you going to do? What are you going to say? Nothing. Why? Because Kurt Angle is one of the best. Because right here, yeah, he was even part of the Shield. Believe it or not, the man had aligned himself with the Shield as well right here. And I think this is his very first return match. And it was kind of like I feel like his first match should have been like in something like his actual regular traditional in-ring attire. I think this one was kind of, I don't want to call it like a missed opportunity, but I wasn't as excited as I think I would have been had it just been like whether individual match or a triple threat, not a team match. Then Kurt Angle would have just outshined right there, for that being like his very first return match. Now, this one right here, the ringside exclusive, I had to do a lot of changes to it. You guys know how I felt about some of the parts that they had given us. The vest was inaccurate. The torso was way too big. Like, this is his later days, so I ended up doing a lot of parts. So I think the head scan might be the only original. The head scan and from the waist down might be the only original pieces to this. And this is kind of what he had, man. It didn't have like that triple Roman Reigns style of vest that they had originally given us. Now, there has been multiple releases. We already covered Series 95 back there, the one that we did the fix-up on. You know that was going to happen. Get out of here. So we did this Series 95, but we got to cover Series, I think this was Series 89, and I think this one was Series 83. Yes, pretty sure. So Series 83 was the very first suited body current look that we got for Angle right there. The top is different from his battle pack, because if you do bring up the battle pack right here, this is the one that came with his son. Whoa, so-called son. We know that Jason Jordan is not his son. Come on, get out of here. So this is the Jason Jordan Kurt Angle right there. So we have two suited bodies, Angles, and this, I didn't know this, but Wrestling Days, he pointed this out, and it's actually pretty cool. Now that I actually see it right there, how he kind of meant that this was kind of like the Captain America look. I don't know if that would also apply to the very first Entrance Greats, though, because if you look at Captain America's shield, it kind of has that design to it. I think either way, both figures, just about every Kurt Angle, come to think of it, really reflects, Mr. America. But this is the collection. Once we bring it all together, once we team up right here with one of the all-time greats, check this pile out, man. I love Angle. So many figures we've gotten, right? I mean, he's been on in figure form for about a year, maybe two at most. But this is all of the craziness that we've gotten with Angle, right? Milk-O-Mania, Entrance Greats, battle packs. Which one is your favorite? Like, out of like all the Elite Waves or basic or battle packs that we've gotten right here for Angle, which one stood out to you the most? Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.